For this past week and a bit, a word that's just been repeating in my head has been sovereign. Right? I think just move this. I think a lot of the times, I don't know, in life we get so overwhelmed by everything, our thoughts and predictions. And I know you're probably recognizing a pattern with my videos, but I've figured it out now. I think, well, by the Lord's grace, He's shown me. But that word sovereign, right? Like God is so sovereign. He's ruler of everything. He knows what's going on. He has these beautiful, beautiful plans for those that love Him. So, you know, I said to a friend today, I was saying, it's actually almost silly sometimes that we wouldn't trust in those plans because, of course, He knows better. And now, after we've given that control away, right? The perceived control that we think we have, when it's actually just this fictitious wandering around in our minds, thinking that we have anything to do with how the future is going to play out. Uh, which to some degree we do, but you get what I'm saying. Um, then what do we fill our minds with, right? So, and then today I was listening to a sermon when I got home today, and just Philippians 4 verse 8 came to mind, right? So here Paul speaking to the church in Philippi, and he just says to them, finally, brethren, whatever things are true, right? This is true, whole book. Whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there's any virtue and if there's anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. Right? Afterwards, in verse 9, it says, the things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me, these do, and the God of peace will be with you. Right? So he literally tells us, the Lord tells us straight in his word right there, that when we stop thinking about all this stuff that makes us anxious, makes us tense, we give it to him, right? Then the God of peace will be with us. He'll, sit in our hearts, sit in our minds, and tell us, hey, I know you're worried. I know you're scared. I know you don't know what's gonna happen, but I do. And that's what matters. So just understanding, being humble enough, right, to understand that God is sovereign, and you're not leaving something in the hands of someone that doesn't care about you or doesn't know what's best. He does know what's best, and He cares about you more than you could ever comprehend or give back to Him in any way. So that's just what's been on my mind. God is sovereign, and that once we understand His sovereignty and hand everything over to Him, the things that our mind needs to be filled with is the truth, and then everything that's noble and lovely and of a good report. And just that mental space that you create there is just so filled with peace. And he says that the God of peace will be with us when we do that. So yeah.